friends, it's Carrie's Culinary Crafts, where we talk all things food. And today I am going to clean out my fridge and freezer. Yeah, I need to get groceries and my refrigerator is pretty empty. So while it's empty, I want to go ahead and clean it out. I'm not doing a thorough clean because I just did one not too long ago. I'm just going to kind of wipe off the shelves. And if there's any spills or anything like that, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I clean them up. But I'm going to do that real quick. And then I'm going to get down into my freezer down here. I need to know what is in there. If you guys have been following me a while, you know all about me and my love-hate relationship with this freezer down here. It's just, I forget about that freezer. When I think of things that I need, I'm going down to the deep freezers and getting them out of there. But everything that I have in here, I don't even know what all is in there. So I am going to go through my freezer down here and see if I can get this emptied out and figure out how I can better utilize this freezer down here. My hair's a mess. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is just pull everything out and take a look at what I have and then figure out what I can do to use up the majority of that stuff down there. And then I need to come up with some kind of a plan on what I want to do with this freezer. I've changed things so many times and I still can't find a way to best utilize this freezer. Now, I do know one thing that I do like my frozen vegetables in there on the bottom left-hand side. There's a divider down there. So I do think I'm going to keep my frozen veggies in there. But the rest of the stuff is what I have to figure out what I am going to keep in there. So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and pull everything out and take a look at everything that I have, and then I will come up with some kind of plan. So I will bring you back at that point, but for right now, I'm going to go ahead and open up the fridge and give it a quick, good wipe down, and then we'll move down to the freezer. Okay? Okay, so surprisingly, the freezer wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. What I did pull out is all of my veggie scraps and bones, so I'm going to go ahead and make some broth and can it. I've brought you guys along with me many a times with making broth and canning it, so I won't bore you with that again. I will leave an iCard up here if you want to go ahead and check it out if you haven't seen it. But in the freezer, pretty much all on this side is is frozen vegetables. I do have a half a bag of frozen meatballs and an open package of these sirloin steaks for steak sandwiches. And I have a couple partial loaves of bread that I will make croutons with whenever I need them. And there is a packet of chicken patties in here that is open. Some egg roll wrappers. And the rest of this stuff is different fruits and cubes of things. Like this is the garlic confit. I've got some tomato paste cubes. Some garlic herb butter cubes. But most of this here is fruits and stuff that I would like to use up, whether it's to make some smoothies or whether it's to make some type of dessert. I need to figure out something to do with them because they are still down there from when I gave you guys a freezer tour several months ago. So it's still basically the same as it's been several months ago. Because like I said, I don't get in that with the exception of for frozen veggies. If I'm out of my home canned veggies, then I will get veggies from the freezer. And then I constantly replenish that. So when those go, when that gets empty, then I go ahead and buy a whole bunch more of frozen veggies. So, but the stuff on the other side is what I need to get used up. I need to get used up that fruit in there. Luckily, now that it's coming back to, you know, it's spring now, it's coming back to summertime. So I will be making like smoothies and enhanced waters. I love to put like fruits and cucumbers and things like that into my water. My herbs outside, my perennial herbs that come back every year are going crazy already. The oregano, the mint, the bay leaf, sage, tarragon. What else do I have? Winter savory, thyme. Lemongrass. I think that might be all the perennials that I have planted that that come back every year, and they are doing really, really well. This coming up weekend, which by the time you guys see this, it would have already been passed, but I will be planting all of my annual herbs, the ones that don't winterize. So we will be doing that, and we will be planting our garden because we have planted our seeds indoors 4 weeks ago, 4 to 6 weeks ago, and they are ready to go outdoors. They're all looking really good, really healthy. My tomato plants are about this tall, so they're doing really good. My pepper plants are doing good. And a lot of the other stuff that we plant is just direct sowing into the garden outside. Yeah. So I didn't have to take all of that out like I thought I was going to have to, because I was able to see everything. There really isn't that much in there that I need to get rid of, with the exception of the fruit. So that was a long way around getting to that point. So yeah, so now that it is spring, summer, I am going to try and focus on using that up. And whether that means in the summertime having like mid-afternoon smoothie or something like that. My son loves them, but it's not like a meal replacement for him. Like, I could have a big smoothie and have it for breakfast, and that's fine for me. But my teenage son, that's just a drink for him. It doesn't fill him up by any means, but he does like them. So I will, I need to try and focus on making some of those up this summer.